Welcome all to this week's EMBN Show. And we like to mix things up, don't we?
Don't we just?
Yeah. I should be Steve, you should be me. What's going on?
We don't know.
It's mental.
But it's a good show you've got lined up. I like it. I've been looking at the script. There's some fun in it.
There's some good stuff.
Yes.
So, robotic welded bikes, that's one of them. Some cool events. I mean, we've got the World Championships coming up. There's loads to go into. So, let's just kick things off, shall we?
Go
Let's
for
go
it.
straight into things. So, first and foremost, we got Kellys. So, Kellys, what a weird name for a brand, right?
Striking looking bike, though.
Yeah, and asymmetry. So they've got an asymmetrical bike. They've just released their new Theos R-Series, and there's some cool little techie bits in there. I mean, I don't necessarily want to go down the AI route again, but it's robots, it's all that kind of thing.
Sounds like it's right up my street. A lot of robots involved, which to me is scary but good.
It's the future. Well, yeah, they've got some cool things on this. So it's robotically welded, which means they can be super tight and precise with the tolerances. So it removes human error, which, hey, it's great. You know, we make a lot of mistakes, don't we?
Yeah.
You'll see it here. They've also using the Panasonic's GX motor. So that is 95 newton meters of torque, 2.9 kilos, so pretty tight package. And they've added a new AI auto mode. We love it.
What does that mean, Adam? What does AI auto mode mean?
So I've gone to the facts. I've worked it out. AI auto mode essentially, from what it says on paper, is that it's essentially like it feels like boost constantly, but it deals out the power when it's necessary. So in fact, they state that you'll get more range with a more boost-like feel throughout the whole ride. That's a big statement, right?
That is actually, if that's true and it works, that is actually quite a good step.
Yeah, Steve and I actually saw this Eurobike and it looks awesome. It's asymmetrical, so again, I don't know, it's different. It's very, very different, similar to like the old Specialized demos and things like that, which was a cool idea.
Should we just explain that actually? Asymmetrical, what does that mean? An asymmetrical bike basically means that one side of the frame's not like the other side.
There's a song about that, isn't there?
I think there is.
Yeah.
Did I just write a song? It's a gift.
They'll get ChatGPT involved. You can write the rest of it. There you go. AI. But yeah, so it's 150mm travel up front, 130 on the back. So, I mean, down country aggressive trail bike. 65-degree head angle, 76.5 seat angle. So, like, reasonable numbers. 462 chainstay, which, I say that's not massively long. It's not massively short. It's pretty good. And it comes in, they start about €4,299. So killer price. And that's got, loads of tech in there. 725 watt-hour battery. Jeez.
I don't know what more tech you could want.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a super cool, neat looking bike. And we need to see more of them trails. So check out Kellys. Oh, moving swiftly on to the next. This is probably something that's a little bit more up your street.
Well,
Martyn.
I've actually got an Industry 9 wheel on the back of my Bowhead RX, which is my hand bike. And I've got to go to the obvious on the Industry 9 wheel, right? The sound.
Yeah, can you reenact the sound?
I can't really, but it's so nice.
Is it like being chased by bees?
How can a click sound velvety? They've brought out the Hydra Enduro 350, which they can do as an e-bike.
It's an e-bike specific wheel set, Industry 9's first e-bike specific wheel set, and they've kind of included in this their range of their new Giro concept wheels. So the whole idea is that it's a different layup on the rear wheel than the front wheel. So we've seen this with, say, like the Crank Brothers synthesis wheel set, where you've got, say, a more compliant front wheel and a stiffer rear wheel, so you're getting better rolling speed. It's got some cool stuff, We Are One Composites make the rim. And I got a lot of time for that. That's a sustainable carbon company that's based out of Kamloops in Canada. That's cool. And they make some great stuff. They've got some good-looking bikes. No e-bikes yet, though. So.
They also made the belly pan on my RX, which is a great big piece of carbon crank
molded to your rear end. So yeah, it's using the normal Hydra setup, so that's 690 points of engagement.
Enough.
Yeah, I mean, work it out. Again, it stops any sort of resistance or any sort of what's the word? Pedal float.
Yes.
So, you know, instant engagement, super great. And they use their own direct drive straight pull spoke system. And they thread directly into the hub. So replacing a spoke is easier than ever. But you shouldn't need to. They're pretty beefy.
They're actually pretty sturdy spokes. Yeah, you're doing well if you break them.
It comes in around 1.8 kilos for the wheel set, apparently. That's insane. But, you know, it comes with a price. They're not a cheap wheel set, unfortunately. No. It's around $2,380 sort of starting price. And then you add all the colourful spokes.
And essentially it's round and it spins. So you've got to make that decision.
Yeah, but it's round and it spins. But it sounds velvety.
It's cool. It's cool. I tell you what I'm looking forward to coming up right now. Actually, I guess, show coming out, happening today, right?
Yeah, it will be today.
It's the World eMTB Cross Country Championships up in Glentress in Scotland. This is incredible.
Yeah.
What I love about this form of racing on a cross-country e-bike, right, is that it sounds like, well, why would that really be that different? Until you think you've got to do it all with the same battery you started with.
Yeah.
And then because the course is made slightly more technical than a normal cross-country race track.
You say slightly more technical.
Yeah, I mean,
there's doubles. There's doubles.
It's vicious. And you've got to manage that battery and make sure it doesn't just become a dead weight. Yeah. It's hard to do. Very interesting racing, very technical. But looking forward to who wins that today.
The thing that always scares me about those XC e-mountain bike races is its mass start. Yeah. Like elbows, shoulders, just
let's go.
Love it. It feels like a bit more of an aggressive sport than enduro. Even on paper, it shouldn't do.
No, I think anytime you've got riders next to riders, the elbows are coming out, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why the Mega Avalanche is probably the scariest race in the world. Yes. But you know, I'm putting money on Hugo Pigeon, one of the French.
Hugo Pigeon.
I didn't want to go down there. I thought I would try and give it a bit of French twang, you know?
Yeah, let's call the bird a bird. He's a pigeon. And Pigeon could win. He battled out last year with, I don't know the guy's name.
Jérôme Gilloux.
Yes, he had a right old battle last time. So who's going to take it this time?
We'll see.
It's probably happening as you're watching this now.
So, well, actually, no, like, watch this and then maybe watch the XC. This is priority, ideally.
Probably.
I'd hope so.
I'd say so. To us, at least.
They're quite exciting, though. But not only that, so talking about e-mountain bike racing and festivals, we've got the Tweed Love and Bosch sponsored event, the Electric 23 Weekend, which is the first dedicated e-mountain biking race festival in the UK and probably one of the world's first. I don't know if it's the exact first. I think there's French have trumped.
The French must have done an e-bike festival, but this is the first one in the UK, so that's good news.
Yes.
And I there's nothing better than corralling together a festival with like-minded riders. So this is a perfect opportunity to do exactly that, and it's always a great laugh.
And it's great. So obviously most people have been used to, say, the Bosch e-bike challenge, because that's popped itself up in quite a few different events. Tweed Love.
Steve's done it.
In the Scottish borders. So that has existed before. It's not going to be as much on the side of orienteering and navigation. Let's just go back to what it should be. Straight up enduro racing, blind racing, which I love because I rarely get practice in, so I normally don't do so well. But itself it's 2 days of racing. There's two courses. There's a short course, a long course, anywhere from sort of 25k to 27k on the short course, and about 30k on the long course. And you've got the option of doing 1 or 2 batteries. Now, I think I'm actually going to be there struggling.
2-battery guy right here.
Yeah, but I'm going to go 1 battery. I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to do my best. Although you watch the video and I go for 2 batteries, I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
It's going to be great. It's Tweed Love. It's enduro country. It's going to be fabulous.
They got camping, DJs, food. But the thing I'm probably most excited about, and I probably shouldn't say this over the racing, there's a maze. So the Trachea House, there's a maze. So evening entertainment, you get half the riders might actually get lost.
You are sad.
So talking about cool places, we were talking about the Tweed Valley. It's an amazing place to ride. Yeah. But you guys have given us your fair share of cool places, and I guess it's up to you and me to decide how cool a place we think it really is.
I'm not sure we've got that right, but we're going to do it anyway. Natalie has sent us in this first one, Mondraker Crafty in Look at this, in the Mary Reservoir in South Wales. This is near me.
Yeah, before I even looked at it,
yeah.
I mean, you see the windmills. That's a staple of the southern Welsh countryside.
Yeah, I literally live over that hill. It's beautiful, that place, and that is a really great photo of it.
Maybe you've seen her out on the trails.
It's a cool place. What can I say?
It's a very cool
place.
That's
definitely cool. I like the look of it.
On to the next. We have Abe riding his Polygon 8NE. Oh, I like the name of this one. This is in the Crested Butte in Colorado. Look at the mountain range on that. Colorado. Beautiful. Have you been?
Oh, I've been there several times and I love it. It's a great place. It always blows my mind that you're landing in a place that's already so high up. It's such a crazy, crazy place. I guess Denver, isn't it?
Yeah, like Denver, Colorado, high. And then you make your way up.
It's an incredible spot, and Crested Butte, definitely up there.
Love it. On to the next.
Santa Cruz
from the author. Hello.
Hello has sent us this heckler, and this is in Kelly Peak. I guess Kelly Peak. I'm going to have to guess where it is.
You've got more worldly understanding.
Yeah, it's Kelly Peak in Yorkshire, in the UK. And it's a beautiful looking part of Yorkshire.
Snow-capped mountains.
The snow-capped mountains.
And the pine fir trees.
My geography's not good.
Oh, come on.
It's not good.
Just talking about Colorado and Denver, you know your stuff.
Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that looks just like Yorkshire.
Yorkshire's a cool place too.
Actually, we've ended up in North Yorkshire anyway.
Yay!
This is Adams or Bayo Rise.
It's a great name. That's lightweight. Full power only.
Okay, and it's in North Yorkshire, and like I said, those snowy mountains could just be just over that hill, couldn't they?
To trap you on that, the best description of this is it's finally stopped raining.
Yeah.
So maybe snow-capped mountains wouldn't deal so well with the rain.
There's not many of them there, I've got to be honest. But it's a great looking spot, good looking trail spot. I've got a feeling I might have been there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Those rocks look
those
pretty...
rocks look prime trials to me.
I'd say so.
Some cool places.
Yeah, some super cool places. We'd love seeing them, honestly, guys. Although there's part of me that's really jealous, I don't maybe get out enough. But we'd love for you guys to keep sending them in. Make sure you send them over to the link down below and we will add you in for the upcoming shows.
Right, viewers' comments, bit of feedback, bit of questions. Can I start you off? The first one with Rick Fella 854. What new e-mountain bike comes with Link Glide?
So Shimano Link Glide, nice. 10-11 speed. Unfortunately, nothing so far. Nothing so far. But it's new stuff that things get released. Doesn't necessarily mean they're available straight away. But I've been sort of doing some snooping, and I've kind of got one name that I know we'd likely see in 2024, which is the Merida E160. That's most likely to come with the 10-speed setup. But I think, to be honest, come 2024. It'll be the standard Shimano setup. I think we'll see it on far more e-bikes than we won't. Keep your eyes peeled for 2024. So I'd say September to November, we'll start to see a lot of the new bikes coming out, or at least teased. I'd expect to see it on a hell of a lot more. So hang tight and keep your eyes peeled.
Nice.
That's the best I can give you.
Next question is from Rocky Butler, and he says, how about a way to swap motors out, like a Bosch motor, swap it out for like a Polini motor? Is that possible?
No. Not currently. It's because they've got different mounting systems. So it tends to be this quite unique mounting system, say Bosch, Shimano, this, that. But it's not a bad point. The only thing that I'm going to stop you in your tracks about is the fact is you couldn't just put a new motor on an existing Bosch system. You couldn't put a Polini motor on there because it's not going to communicate with it. And unfortunately, most of these brands don't particularly want to give loads of people free reign of everything they want to do.
I guess it's not open source.
No.
It's more like an Apple system and all the different bikes. It's closed off.
Yes.
And I guess if you are thinking about swapping out a motor, you really have got to think about how much work it would be to swap out the rest of the technology. Wouldn't be easy.
No, it won't be easy because it's internal cable routing times 10.
Yeah.
But I believe there are actually some, standalone engineers out there who've actually made adapters for these mounting systems. I know that there was the Merida system to change from the E8000 motor to the EP8 motor. So there are people out there, and 3D printers kind of give a whole load of access to that.
Yes.
We've got this week's question to get you guys riled up. Well, maybe not so much, but have you raced on your e-mountain bike? Was it an e-mountain bike specific race? Was it somewhere you shouldn't have been? Were you cheating on a lightweight e-bike in a normal mountain bike race? We won't tell anyone, honestly, we won't. Will
So
you?
have you been racing? I've done a few e-bike races. Yourself?
Yeah, I've done a couple. They're a lot harder than meets the eye. You think,
are.
I got
Let
the power.
Let us know in the comments down below. That's the question to you this week. Have you been racing your eMTB? And if you were, where? How was it? Did it kill? I bet it did.
Were you in the pain cave? Was it a struggle bus?
I bet it did. Here we go then with the bike vault. Alan has sent in his KTM Machina Capolo Prestige.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
Is that not how you say it?
No, that's perfect. Just say it again.
It is the Machina Capolo Prestige. That's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
Cool looking bike. I do like it. I think KTM have come into the e-bike world well.
Yeah, I mean, I would say few brands out. Like a few years ago, KTM mountain bikes could be considered questionable. That's my personal opinion.
They've done all right. They've done all right, and I quite like this.
Yeah,
quite like this.
It's beautiful. Is it a nice or is it a super nice?
For me, that's a super nice.
Oh, super nice it is.
Boom. Next up, Niner.
We don't see a lot of these.
No, I don't think I've ever seen one.
No, I think they're great. Niner makes some interesting bikes. They've kind of been ahead of their time, but maybe not so much. But this is the Niner WFO E9 in Yorkshire once again.
From Eric, big old Zeb on the front. It is nice. It's quite grey. Not much, it is slightly dying into the background there. So
all right, okay. Money. Oh. Talk about Kashima Gold. This is David's Uno Boer Smith.
Wow.
Myth, yeah.
That's
Ambleside.
quite the weapon.
It is.
It's a very striking bike. Definitely a super nice.
Yeah.
For David there. I think he knew all along. He was like, I'll send you a bike. You want a bike? Here's a bike.
I think if you buy that bike, there's only so many ways you can look at it, and it's generally super nice. I think 99% of the time.
Yeah. Are they good? Have you ridden one?
No.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those bikes I just go, wow, but I don't know if it's good. Might not be.
I don't know how many are actually in the world.
It's very nice.
They're very
cool.
very boutique, very niche.
Next up, Terry, 2 bikes. I mean, that's a no-no in the bike vault, right?
So
You
nice.
shouldn't have 2 bikes.
Nice.
I mean, all bikes are nice, and there's 2 nice ones here, but you can't get super nice with 2 bikes in there. Which one am I talking about? I don't know.
Well, they're both blue. You got that. Choose the blue one. Color coordinate. Nice.
Nice.
Do
you know what? Sorry, I got a little bit lost then because I just thought that log looks really cool to ride over.
I couldn't. But it's a beautiful photo.
Yeah,
and like the symmetry, not the asymmetry.
Yeah, I just. Oh, we're out. See, there's not enough bikes in the bike vault.
All right, I'm sorry, Martyn. I've let you down.
I wouldn't say you let it down. That's harsh.
No?
But it is. It would be nice to see a few more in there. If you've got a lovely bike, of course you have. You're watching the EMBN. Send us in that photo. Link is in the description down below, and you could be starring in the very limited bike vault here on EMBN.
Ooh. Well, it won't be as limited. The more you send in, the more we'll put out there, and then you can get Martyn being harsh and just saying nice. Mean.
Yeah, I can sell it well.
Send us more so we can be harsh to you. So I've said this before, we like getting a good chat. We're mixing things up. We're going cross-channel. We're breaking the fourth wall. Cross-channel.
Oh, we're doing the Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah.
Breaking rules. Breaking rules.
Well, on this week's Getting Social, we've got some absolute rippers. So first and foremost, he is Harry Schofield.
This kid, my goodness me.
So working at YT, I obviously knew him from when he was about 10 or something like that. My God.
He's so good.
My God. Anything on 2 wheels. Like,
he's a talent.
I've seen Harry ride his dad's Decoy, which is an XL, when he was 10 years old and backflip it on that very same step up, which unfortunately isn't there anymore. That's the one right near my house.
It's very cool. Lovely whip, lots of style.
Yeah, just
too good.
Annoying.
Too good.
Annoyingly good.
Next up is Sam Hockenhull, 50-1 rider.
It just
Out on his Ebe on the Motera, is it?
doing what he does best, getting loose, slapping berms.
Super nice cannon.
Yeah, look, he's even got a climbing bit. That's not very 50-1, is it?
It's not very Hockenhull, that, is it?
No, but
Love
I mean,
that skid.
look
Love
at
that skid. Watch that all day long.
Yeah, I mean, skids are for kids, though, no?
And they, great riding, great riding.
And third off, we've got Alex Marin, Gas rider, riding his proto Gas bike, just making bike parks what they're meant to be.
Yeah.
Fun, all that space to play on. Look at that.
Woo!
Love a bit of slow-mo. He's just
Great bit of riding. Great rider.
Great rider, great
looking
bike,
yeah.
great film work.
Right, what have we got coming up on EMBN this week, Adam?
Well, I'm sensing a very good priced e-bike coming from a big name, maybe.
Come on.
Giant, there you
Giant.
go. Giant's new bike.
Giant stance.
And what's
Yeah.
the other thing?
Well, apparently Steve's going on an epic ride. I think it might be on the Giant, but he's
Yeah.
going on an epic ride, and Steve on an epic ride will be epic, so definitely don't miss that.
Make sure you tune in, guys, and we'll see you next time.